Hello, Steve89. Well, I was going to do a video a few weeks ago because I just wanted to ask in general, where do I go to talk to other fans? Where are the sites that just want to talk about nerd stuff, geek stuff, fan stuff, genre stuff? Everything is political, everything is tribal, everything is either extreme right, who, are waging the war against the woke, or it's extreme right, extreme left, and they're, waging a war against the haters and the left wing, and it's all people exploiting genre and exploiting the things we love for their own agendas, and they don't care about Star Trek or science fiction or horror or anything. They just care about getting people who love that stuff enraged and embittered and on their side with their issues. And I'm sort of thinking there must be people like me who just want to talk about the shows and just want to share their experiences and their stories, and not make an income out of hate. Because I do this for fun. I don't do this for an income, obviously. And I know I'm only talking to a few people, but when I first started up, I started up because of Discovery, and I had real problems with Star Trek Discovery, and I fell in with the group of haters that were against Star Trek Discovery. And they just assumed I was like them. They assumed I was hating it for the same reasons as them, because I was a homophobe or, hated diversity and representation and all that stuff. But it became apparent after a while that I wasn't one of them. And eventually they stopped sharing my videos. They cut me out of groups. They didn't let me into their groups. They didn't promote me. I didn't get on anyone else's channels or anything, because it became clear that, I was a progressive person, and I would speak out against them and anything that they did that I was bothered by. I wasn't playing by the rules because I didn't want to be one of them. I wasn't in the club. So now I'm basically on the outside. And it's kind of sad that it's like that, because these people make a living out of this. It's a grift, and they need to keep people enraged. You can see the wheels churning. They have to spin everything to their agenda. Every video has to fit into their agenda and to feed the base, and that's how they make their money. And it's just sad. And I'm like, there must be an alternative. What's happening to this group, this society, this community? And I was watching Mundane Matt Javo, Free Buck Fit, or whatever his name is, I forget now, he's had a few. And he was talking about a group which is being set up by Organised Chaos and Actual Fandom, and Turf Nation TURF. I had to Google that for a second. So I'm like, oh no! Finally, there's this group who wants to put together a community just around loving fandom and talking about geek stuff. And what they're run by a bunch of transphobes. I'm like, oh no, TURF, not TERF, thank God. But apparently they're trying to do what I was sort of longing for, like a group of nerds who just want to talk about fan stuff and not be about politics. Disagree, not just an echo chamber where everyone, not just a left-wing echo chamber that excludes the right, but, somewhere where everyone can come and talk about, the actual shows, the actual nerd things, the things that we're interested in, and just stay within that community, not get into the politics and the tribal side of all that. And someone's trying to do it now. How successful will they be? The sad reality is people get off on hating. They get energy from hating. They get adrenaline from hating or playing the victim, because it's either the right wing hating and getting off on hating and feeding the hate in other people, or you get the extreme left on the other side, who are perpetual victims who get off on ringing and screaming about being victims. I'm a centrist. I'm in between. I see both sides have issues, both sides have problems, both sides have points. Unfortunately, both sides have agendas that they push, and they're not willing to look at anything other than their extremities. And it's just all very unmanageable. And I'm wondering how they will do with this, because like I was saying, people hate, they get energy off that. Positivity, there's no conflict most of the time, or the conflict is just normal, just disagreements. That sort of doesn't get people as energized, for better or worse. So how successful they'll be, I don't know, but they don't need to be super successful. Like myself, I have a very small channel. I only have a few people I know who regularly come back that I talk to in the messages and that I'm basically speaking to when I do my videos. Hello. I'm not bothered by that, because like I said, I don't do this for an income. I don't do this. I'm not trying to become a superstar. I just want to talk to other people and talk about things that interest me and share stuff. So they don't need to have a giant following. So long as some of the members from each of their groups, are able to be brought over to that, it should work. So it's interesting. I just wanted to talk about it for a minute, sort of promote it for a second on my tiny channel. But I'm hoping it actually goes somewhere. They just started a few days ago. They did the first live stream, and it's all new. But I just hope this is the future, because I want to be able to talk to people about the stuff I love and not have to deal with hatred and bigotry and stupidity and picking a side and just the ridiculous of it all. And I'm hoping there's more people feeling the same way that I am, or enough people feeling the same way that I am to support our own little community outside of all that. But I just want to talk about that for a minute. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.